Hi everyone, this is a video about completing the square, which is 1.4, your lesson 1.4. On the left here you can see the notes that are out on CTLS and also on the blog. Alright, so we're going to talk about two things here. This is our normal, or our standard quadratic formula for solving for 0. Alright, so there's also a squared formula, which is very easy to use and works in a lot of situations, especially where you don't have technology. And the way that this works is that you subtract c from both sides, and then you get x plus a squared equals negative c, and you take the square root of both sides. Alright, and by taking the square root of both sides you end up with your answer. So I'll just show getting the square root of this side. There's a lot of letters and symbols. Alright, when you take the square root, any square root of something that's squared is the expression itself, or the number itself, and so that's going to be your answer. Then you subtract from both sides, and this is going to be your answer, negative c. You have to remember that anytime we're working with square roots, you learned this back in 8th grade, anytime you're working with a square root, the answer could be plus or minus. And the reason is that if we take, say, the square root of 9, that could equal 3 times 3, which is 9. Alright, so 3 times 3 is 9, so the square root is 3. Or the square root of 9 can equal negative 3 times negative 3. Alright, in which case the answer is 3. So here our answer, the square root of 9, can be equal to plus or minus 3. Alright, okay, let's do a problem. Notice that in your assignment you must turn in a worked out problem. I know you can use your technology to answer the questions in the problem, but you must work out a problem. Alright, so the problem that we're going to work out here is x squared plus 10x plus 9 equals 0. And we're going to change this into the format of a squared quadratic form. Alright, so the first thing we want to do is move this 9 over to the other side. Alright, and of course we use our simple algebra by making it a 0 on this side, subtracting 9 from that side. Now I'm going to rewrite it, and I'm going to leave a blank here, right there where the 9 was. Alright, and I'm going to say that equals negative 9. Alright, now we have to get a new constant. Alright, so the new constant is going to be half of the middle term. Alright, so we're going to take this middle term over here, and we're going to divide it by 2, and we get a 5. Then we are going to take the 5 and we're going to square it, and that's 25, and that 25 is going to go right back here. So we're going to say plus 25. Now we can't just say plus 25 on one side. If we say plus 25, let me do that in another color, just so it's a little more obvious. Okay, so we can't just say plus 25 on one side. Alright, we have to say plus 25 on both sides. Alright, and if we have a negative 19 and a positive 25, negative 9 and positive, that's equal to 16. Alright, so now our equation looks like this. X squared plus 10x plus 25 equals 16. Alright, now the reason we do this is because then this is a perfect square factor, and the square is going to be this guy right here, the 5. Alright, so we're going to take this plus sign because the middle is plus, So we're going to call this x plus 5 squared equals 16. Now we can take the square root of both sides. So we take the square root of x plus 5 squared, and we take the square root of 16, and that gives us x plus 5 equals, notice the square root of 16 is plus or minus 4. Alright, because 4 times 4 equals 16, and negative 4 times negative 4 equals 16. Alright, and now we just finish our algebra here, and we get negative 5, changes that to a 0, and so we get, on the other side, we get negative 5 plus or minus 4. Alright, and that gives us two answers. We get x equals negative 5 plus 4, and we get x equals negative 5 minus 4. And this is a negative 1, and this is a negative 9. Alright, and so that's what you need to do. You need to finish a problem like that. The problem you need to finish is on the assignment page for this lesson, or this session in CTLS. You need to do that on a piece of paper. So you need to complete the assignment, and you can text it to me or email me a photo of your work. Alright, and my contact information is on the blog. Both my cell number and my email is on the CTLS. Alright, so don't forget to send that in as part of your assignment.